Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm looking at Anthropic's latest attempt to use government regulation to their advantage. Let's jump into it. So, as I think most followers of this channel are aware, Anthropic has been the most outspoken AI company in terms of advocating and supporting government regulation to the money-burning AI industry. And this week, Anthropic has announced that they are endorsing California Senate Bill 53, which is this year's version of 2024's Senate Bill 1047, which was ultimately vetoed by Governor Gavin Newsom. So Anthropic, in the announcement, talks about how they're working on the frontier of AI technology and just how important it is to put in safeguards against all kinds of catastrophic harms that AI could bring about. I've probably said it too many times at this point, but this attitude and language is just so grating to me. I can't stand it. But regardless, Anthropic talks about how they already do many of the things this bill would require, like publish safety frameworks and issue reports. But let's actually look at the bill and review what it actually does. First, it requires that the developer of a large language model post on its website how they incorporate national and international standards and industry best practices into their model. So if the UN or some unaccountable international group cooks up some new AI standard, you're probably going to have to address it publicly. Presumably, you could just say that you don't comply with a given standard, but that could probably cause all kinds of other headaches and open yourself up for criticism. The bill would also require AI developers to submit some sort of assessment of catastrophic risk and to report any such incidents. Sounds like more government bureaucracy to me. And most importantly, it would authorize the Attorney General to impose a civil penalty for non-compliance. And as we all know, if the government wants to find some non-compliance on some regulation, it can. So good luck making any kind of based AI model in California. You can be sure that California bureaucrats will be swarming all over you and looking to fine you if they can. And the bill also takes steps towards building a state-run AI infrastructure called CalCompute. The bill doesn't fund the creation of CalCompute. That would come separately in an appropriations bill. But I have no idea why the state government would want their own AI compute cluster. I have to imagine the spending to build this sort of thing would be going to some politically connected person, and this is some sort of payback. This just seems totally useless and a waste of taxpayer money to me. But it does have all the buzzwords: safe, ethical, equitable, and sustainable. So they're certainly trying to make it sound like a good idea to Californians. And lastly, as Anthropic says in their announcement, the bill does include whistleblower protections. So if you want to make some sort of edgy-based LLM, some employee could rat you out to the government without repercussions. So that's Senate Bill 53. And I think we have to ask the question, do we want 50 sets of AI regulations in this country, one for each state in the country? The Constitution of the United States grants Congress the authority to regulate commerce between the states. And even if this bill gets passed, and I'm sure it will, and Governor Newsom signs it, which is less certain, then it's still likely to get struck down as unconstitutional. So in the end, this silly bill will likely mean exactly zero. But why do Anthropic and others want this thing? I guess if you think we're on the cusp of building Skynet, you can imagine that these regulations would make sense. But here in 2025, when we're talking about chatbots, this seems a little bit premature to me. And I think Anthropic's real goal is to build barriers to entry. They want regulation, and they want complex and arcane standards to prevent startups from competing with them. There's a reason that venture capital firms don't often back new bank startups or insurance companies. There's a mountain of regulation in these industries, and it's very difficult to break into them. But that's just my opinion on this latest announcement from Anthropic. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.